So we've had to get up early this morning. We should have been going to Rosslare from Fishguard in our little Fiat Tribby. However, we're actually travelling in a Fiat 500 through Port Talbot, and we'll tell you a little bit later why.
So as you might be able to see, yesterday was a bit of an exciting day for us. So the Falcon is going to new owners, so I'm sure we're going to take a marvellous care of him. And we've now got a new van. Some dispute at the moment over what it's going to be called, but so far so good. What are we thinking, Stephanie?
Great.
Yes, this is a quite exciting time for us really. So yesterday was a long day, but we had to travel all the way from Wales to Hull to pick up our new van, and then last night we stayed near Hull just to try everything out. Thought everything wasn't working, and then we got some help from different people who got these vans. Now we're pretty sure everything is, fingers crossed. And now I've spent the beginning of this drive translating everything from English and Italian, trying to get the clock and everything set up. This is all a bit new to us, all this kind of electrical stuff, and we've never had a new vehicle like this before, so yeah, very excited. But this is going to be our home for quite a long time to come, so we're really pleased with it so far.
So I was especially pleased last night because I have now got a proper bed, and it was super comfy. I had the best night's sleep, and this morning we managed to get the water heater on, and the shower in this van is like it's amazing. It's better than the shower in a house. It was absolutely gorgeous. So far so good.
Yeah, we both had a lovely cup of tea this morning as well, so nobody spilled their tea over the new carpets or cushions or anything. That definitely didn't happen. So.
Literally an entire cup of tea over the sofa cushions and the new floor carpets. Oh god, absolute nightmare.
So this is our new van. We thought we'd give you a very quick look round now, because we're just about to spend the next couple hours turning it into our home basically. So a quick tour now, and then a proper tour later on. So before you get to meet the Falcon properly, it's probably worth mentioning at this point in time that if you do watch van lifing channels on YouTube, then you know there's a van life channel for every occasion really, and there's people in all different sorts of circumstances. When we knew we were going to have to change our van, we decided we were going to change our van. We certainly looked at all the options available to us. We don't have the skills really to build out a van conversion ourselves like a lot of people do, and you know we're getting on a little bit now. Maybe felt like we wanted something that was comfortable, that was going to take us around without having to cause us too much trouble. Yeah, speak for yourself. Yeah. I'm actually quite young, she's old, but yeah, so you know, we decided on doing this, and I want to be clear as well. You know, this is a massive luxury for us. We've never actually even had a new car before now, and if we hadn't sold our house and had a bit of equity in it, we would not be able to buy a van like this. So you know, for us, we don't take the fact that we've got a new van lightly, to be honest with you. It's you know, we're lucky we're in a position we're able to do that, and we're certainly not trying to rub people's noses in it, but you've got to do what's best for you really, and this van is a very highly regarded van, generally speaking. It's won some awards in terms of its design and layout, and really once we'd seen it we sort of fell in love with it, not just the layout but just the look of it, and we certainly felt it would suit us to a T really. So it's an Elddis Autoquest CV20, as you can see, and different from our previous van, we've got an LPG tank underslung in this one, which is fantastic. So no more having them faff around with Cala gas tanks. Just have to faff around trying to find LPG now, so I suppose swings and roundabouts, but that's good. The toilet sort of cassette can be taken out the side, which is a lot better for us because we're going to have a tow bar fitted in a couple of months time, so we can have our bikes in the back, and that was a real problem in our old van, having to take the toilet out the back with the bike rack on. And this is where we fill in the water, and also our electric point on this side as well. We've also got taps to drain the grey water and the fresh water, which again is a big improvement in the old van. We had to go like right underneath to pull the tank out. So yeah, we're all impressed with that. It's a 2.3 litre 140 brake horsepower engine, apparently. Don't know anything about engines, but that's what it said in the tin. It's actually a 2020, sorry, if you hear a loud cannon noise, I think it is actually a cannon somewhere towards Pembroke. There is a firing range around here, so it's interesting to keep you on your toes, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a 2021 van, even though it's a 2022 plate. It's just they were quite late in getting them out into the customers. And then on this side then there's a sliding door, which thankfully we can use on this van, which we couldn't on our previous van, again because we'd set it out in such a way, so entirely our own fault, but yeah, we didn't get the most out of the layout of the last one, unfortunately. Electric step, which we're more than happy with. Also, you'll notice there are alloy wheels. Now, when we looked at the vans originally, Steph was like, we're not having alloys, they cost more. I was like, oh, they look cool. She was like, no. And then we went and saw it in the dealer, well, not this van, but one very similar to it. It had the alloys, and she was like, oh, those alloys are lovely. So, and then we've actually got windows in the back of this one as well, which we didn't have in the other one. And that's just because obviously there's an internal layout which is slightly different as well. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Hello. Hi. Glad you weren't in the toilet. So as you can see, Chili's made herself at home, and also the crew is now complete with a couple of Star Wars bobbleheads to make the crew of the Falcon everything it needs to be. The only problem with those is they are quite distracting, so when you're driving you've got some tunes on, it looks like they're headbanging. It's quite funny actually, but
yeah, so we need to introduce the new van really, so I'll give you a little show around. This is the cab area, complete with dry robe, seat covers, awesome, fridge, not as big as our last fridge, but to be honest our last fridge was always just full of loads of stuff we didn't need, so that's perfect. Got a nice little cooking area here. This is our little sink.
I think I'm referring to the galley.
The galley. Hob, 3 hobs. This used to be a microwave, but we've taken that out because we don't use a microwave. And there's a cooker underneath here. And then this is our bathroom stroke shower. With lots of storage up here. Toilet. And then we have the lounge stroke sleeping area.
So like in the other van, we've got blinds all the way across, including the cab, and these have also got fly screens on them as well, so that's pretty cool.
And there's loads of storage like underneath the bed. All of these come down. Obviously they're chocker with all our rubbish, and you've got like all overhead storage as well. There's 3 of those on each side. So we've just about managed to get everything in, haven't we, that we had in the Tribute.
Well, actually it's quite good because everything's in here, and it like doesn't look as trashed as the Tribute did when everything was in it. So it's actually quite a little bit tidier, which is a good thing.
I mean, the nice thing about this van is it's really open. So like at the back you've got the 4 windows, and it just feels like really open. And then obviously at this end then you've got another window like on the sliding door, and it just feels really open. Like this area here is perfect for doing physio and yoga. Chili gets to have 2 beds, so she can decide where she wants to lay, either at the front or on her bed at the back. So yeah, she's sport for choice. We're really chuffed. There's some storage area over there as well. Here's our little power control panel here, and this is showing us that we've just filled up our LPG, which is underslung the tank, so it doesn't take room up in the van either. So all in all, really chuffed.
So should point out as well, it's an automatic, so compared to what we used to have, which was a manual, it's taken a bit of getting used to. Keep reaching for the clutch still. I've only ever driven automatics in America and Canada, so it's kind of a bit of a new thing for me back in the UK, but to be honest I find it really good actually. And we had to do a long journey back from Hull in it, and it was just lovely to drive back, so very comfortable. Really pleased as well. We stuck with the same size van. I think that was really important to us because we loved the Tribute. It really served us well. As I said, really, we just had a couple of things that weren't working quite right for us, but we've sold that on to another couple now, and I think they're going to have a lot of adventures in it, perhaps of a similar mindset to us, really, which is great. And also, as I said, really, for us, we knew that we were going to be travelling and doing a lot of travelling in it, and it was important for us to have something we knew would be reliable. So thanks very much for watching the van tour for the Falcon version 2. You may have noticed we were in Pembroke when we filmed that, and that's because since then we've started our first big adventure of 2022. So more on that very soon. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, give us some comments. We always want to hear from people, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks very much.